On today's training, we are going to talk about how to trust your body and ditch your diet to aid in weight loss or fat loss, and concepts we can use to help you get out of the yo yo dieting cycle and get to a place where you feel a lot more freedom in your body. So, today I'm going to teach you about what satisfied versus full means in your hunger cues. So, this is probably a concept most people haven't really heard about, especially when we're, dieting or, for Weight Watchers, for example, we're trying to reach points to count to, right? And trying to hit that regardless of how we physically feel or, how we feel in our hunger, we aim to hit those numbers. Same with macro tracking or calorie tracking. Instead of paying attention to what our body needs and those cues, we instead, reach for the numbers, try to hit our goals every single day. While that is a very helpful tool to help you understand what portion sizing is, sometimes we can get to the point where you feel very neurotic around it and you can't eat without tracking and you feel obsessive over it, and that gets to the point to where you can't really trust your body and you're more so trusting external sources besides what you already have within you, to navigate food. And so today I want to teach you how you can start trusting your body more by understanding what satisfied in your hunger cues versus full means and knowing the difference, first of all. Second of all, how can we apply it? And third of all, how will this help us aid in weight loss? So let's get into it. So, first thing, what is satisfied? So, satisfaction, and I'm not going to give necessarily a dictionary definition, but you want to reach the point to where your energy is fulfilled, but you're not to the point of food coma. Because, in the sense of you're leaning back in your chair, unbuttoning your pants, you feel to the point to where you cannot eat anymore. That's actually the point of full. So, most of the time, from most people, you eat until you're full because that's what we learned growing up. And it's not anyone's fault. It's not your parents' fault. It's not your fault. It's just what we learned. Don't leave the table until your plate is completely clean, right? So, at that point, we're eating past the point of full, which is okay in childhood. But as we become adults and we have to learn, how to navigate food so that we don't continue to gain weight, we have to actually unlearn those processes and thought patterns of we have to completely finish our plate before leaving the table. And so I kind of want to break down that belief today and let you know you do not have to finish your entire meal for you to feel good about it. You can, and it's not wasteful. You can save it for later. And that's just a different way that you can approach it. But back to the satisfied. Satisfied means you can go on a light jog or a walk after a meal, which I'm sure if you're listening to this, you're probably like, wait, what? I've never eaten until then. And that's kind of what's keeping you in this cycle is you're always eating until you're full. But our body has hunger cues and it has different hormones like ghrelin, which I hope I pronounced that right, which gives you the cue of hunger. It's almost like those stomach pains that you feel before eating a meal. That's what we need to tune into and listen to, before you can, eat your next meal. So with that, the point of satisfied is the point to where you feel like your energy is reimbursed and you're not to the point of full to where you can't take another bite, but you're at the point where you can eat a couple more bites and then you'd be full. So you want to stop right before that point. And by you practicing this, it will actually help you understand your body better, for your body to be able to process food better and for you to feel just more satisfied throughout the day and recognize that you don't have to eat until full for you to reimburse that energy that you're restoring, because all we're doing when we're eating is restoring that energy, giving us that energy balance. And it's also removing the emotion out of it and thinking of it in a more logical sense of what does my body need right now? How can I honor my body with food? And what do I need to do for me to feel, again, satisfied? So that means eating nutrient dense foods, focusing on foods that will actually give you the fuel and not bring your energy down, but instead increase it. One good macronutrient that you need to feel satisfied is protein. So if you're not prioritizing your protein, that's something that needs to increase for you to feel a lot better throughout your day. And it prevents binge eating later on. It prevents overeating. So by having the balance with all of the different macronutrients that your body needs and paying attention to your hunger cues, that's what's really going to help you get to the point of weight loss. And on the other hand, full. So what does full mean? It means the food coma, like we talked about earlier, having to unbutton your pants to the point where you cannot eat another bite. Your body has a harder time processing food when you reach that point. And so, not necessarily that it will negatively impact your progress. So, I'm not going to say it in that way. But over time, if we continually eat that way, then you're naturally going to gain weight because your body is storing extra instead of just rejuvenating what it has and what it needs, and then changing it from there. Sorry for my um, notifications going off. I'm recording this live and I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. So, anyways, that's what you need to pay attention to of how full am I actually feeling instead of, eating mindlessly until you literally can't move anymore. There's a huge difference in the two. So the way that you can listen to those hunger cues is by slowing down when you eat, taking slow bites, chewing your food slowly, paying attention to your five senses. So what does it taste like? What does it smell like? How does it feel on my tongue? And all of those things. It's actually very interesting because most of the time we don't learn the mindfulness practice. These are things that you're going to learn in mindful eating. And it's what I teach in Mindful Over Macros framework, in my Mindful Over Macros framework. So if you really want to trust your body and ditch the diet for good, you have to start listening to what your body needs, and you need to slow down and just pay attention to what your body is telling you. And that's, again, what you're going to learn in my Mindful Over Macros framework. If you're really exhausted of dieting, you're tired of repeating the same patterns and finding the next diet to help you lose weight, you're only going to be stuck in that cycle for so long until you completely give up and just revert back to old habits and don't even pay attention to what you eat, which of course won't help you either. So finding the balance of what do I need and how can I learn how to trust my body, it's by implementing mindset changes, being mindful with your food, and not relying on a diet to get there. So, an example, I have a client who used to diet, and she was on a very restrictive diet for 10 years, like a whole decade. She was on a dieting cycle. And the first thing I did with her was increase her calories because we were on macro tracking. And she finally realized I've been neglecting my body for so long. And now she's able, backtracking, she struggled to lose weight before. She struggled to stay lean and she always had no energy. She felt tired all the time. She had brain fog. She had bloating all the time. All of the symptoms of, not feeling your body properly. And once we increased her calories and got her to the point of trusting her body with food, she finally has so much energy. She lifts the heaviest that she's ever lifted. She is actually fitting in her smaller size jeans, which she hasn't been able to do in years. And her calories are higher. Like we got her up to over 2,000 calories a day, which if you've dieted before, that sounds crazy of like, how is this even possible? But when you trust your body and you fuel it properly with the things that it actually needs, you pay attention to your hunger cues, you change your mindset around food, and you finally create more freedom in your life, the process becomes easy because we're eliminating stressors that only hold you back. And it sounds like crazy magic. What is this? But honestly, God created us that way. We have an intuition. We have hunger cues for a reason. We're meant to trust them. Instead of listening to the noise, we have to tune in and say, what does my body need? How can I trust this? This is what you'll learn in the Mindful Over Macros framework. If you want freedom in your life, if you're tired of doing the next diet, You want to finally lose that extra 10 pounds without having to restrict or cut out foods that you love. This is what's going to help you get there. So, if it's something that you are interested in, I am increasing my prices in January for one on one coaching. Now is the time to take action. You don't want to wait. If you want to change your life and have the freedom that you've never had with food, fitness, your body, your life, your mindset, you want to finally have energy, you want to finally feel confident in your skin, you finally don't want to think so hard about what to eat every single day and to just trust your body, go ahead and book a call with me. The link is down below. And we can talk about, if coaching is a good fit. If not, I hope to at least point you in the right direction towards your goals, but at least book this call and don't wait, because you're going to save 40% on coaching right now if you took action now. So click the link below, book your call, and I hope that you at least get a ton of value out of this. That's how we get from what the difference is between satisfied and full. Eat until you're satisfied, not full. Okay, hope to see you on the next video. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up. I feel like a YouTuber right now. But if you did resonate and you would like to book a call or at least chat further with me, book the link below. If you have more questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is @faithvines, FAITHVINES. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day.